I hope that you're buckled up. I hope you've taken your anti-nausea medication. I hope you have girded your loins. Because we are going to look at the final boss of Cursed Guns with Brandon. He had this video up last week. I forgot about it. Let us take a look at it. He is calling this the final boss of Cursed Guns. Are we ready? And from the looks of it, he's actually going to shoot the motherfucker. The gun, by what I mean by that. So, all right, let's take a look.
All right, look, I know we've done some ratchet shit in the history of this channel, but this is probably the most cursed gun we've ever fired. Many moons ago on this channel, on an episode of Cursed Gun Images, we showed you one of the most abhorrent firearms we've ever presented on this channel. It was this one, the most cursed Martini Henry I have ever.
My God, one of kind Holy Grail, Tiber Pass, Martini Henry, M16 clone 303 British. Holy fuck! Look at this thing! What the fuck am I looking at?
Seen in my life. Crazy part about it? It was a real gunbroker listing. We'll go over that listing here in a second because it's one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read. But many of you said, Brandon, since this gun's for sale, obviously you need to buy it. Which is just ridiculous. I'm not going to spend my hard-earned money buying every little cursed gun that pops up on the internet. Just most of them. So today, we are going to be showing you and test firing the most cursed gun we've ever featured on this channel. It's wobbling. I can feel it.
Look at the muzzle. Look at that muzzle. There's no muzzle brake. It's tarnished. It's like they welded it to. They welded it almost looks like the lower receiver is welded to the upper receiver. This stock is off of what looks like an A1, not an A2. The sight now is hanging off the Picatinny rail off the upper. This is disgusting, and I fucking love it. I fucking love how disgusting this is.
Shaking in my hands. And we're gonna hope it doesn't explode. There's a few reasons for us to think it will. Get into those in a sec. The things I do for your viewing pleasure.
Good Lord. Oh. It is welded. I was right. They literally spot welded? That's not even a weld. That's a spot weld. And did they J.B. weld this together? You've got spot welding here and here, and you have J.B. weld at the front of the upper receiver, holding the hand grips. What the fuck am I looking at?
What is that?
Yes!
What the is that?
Yes! No, they did. It's exactly what I said. They fucking spot welded the Henry lower onto the M16 upper. You have at least two on this side, maybe on the other side, and they're fucking spot welded. Oh my God. I don't know if that's
Now this is what a Martini Henry is supposed to look like. Well, I mean, sort of. This is kind of a Khyber Pass look-alike, but still, single shot, chambered in 303 British, notably looks like an actual historical firearm. But what if somebody took this and decided, you know what, maybe we have M16 at home? And unfortunately, that same asshole had access to a welder. So I present to you M16 at home. Well,
I know a banjo playing Fox mod that would love this.
At a home, probably like a crack house. But still, we have this right here, which, again, single shot. So not only is this a Khyber Pass build, which is already pretty sketchy, also kind of sketchy because you just look at all the globs of fucking weld everywhere all over it.
Yeah.
Even looking into the chamber here, just look at how the barrel face is cut away for the ejector.
Oh, oh, fuck. Look at over here. Look at the cut. Look at the cut here. Oh, no. Fuck no. Oh, Brandon, please tell me that you put this like a lead sled or something. Please tell me you're not going to shoulder fire this thing. Oh, I could see this thing exploding.
Nothing about this instills great confidence. Like nothing at all. But you know what we say here on the channel? Never let cowardice be the enemy of science. I've never said that before. But I'm saying it now, so still counts. So that's a cinder block and a piece of wood?
Don't forget the blanket.
Okay, good. They're remote firing it.
All right, so we didn't have a lead sled, so we kind of rigged one up. Rigged with a hard R. But we're being really...
I have to wonder, with all the sketchy guns that Brandon has fired on his channel, granted, he's fired less amount of sketchy guns than Scott has. You would think that he would put in some money to buying a lead sled, considering the number of sketchy-ass guns that he has fired in the past. I'm just saying.
Be careful with this one, which is why we are using slightly downloaded black powder 303 rounds that we custom loaded. And the reason we're kind of being so cautious about this thing possibly exploding is multifaceted. For one, this weapon system was designed in 1870. For two, this one's not even original. It's made by Pakistanis in Khyber Pass. Three, we have no idea what this absolute fucking goober did to this thing. All the things inside of it that might be completely fucked. And four, the guy who sold this to me from the original gun broker listing literally told me, please don't shoot it. But I mean, come on. Come on. You know, people ask me what I do for a living.
Oh, he has one just not with him?
That question is getting continuously harder.
Wait, Brandon, wait! Brandon, what in the fuck are you doing, my guy? What in the... Why? Brandon, why? Why are you standing so fucking close? Why aren't you running out of a longer line? What the fuck? Did you not learn... Me? Someone needs to call Rich, right now. Someone needs Rich to do his drill sergeant rant on Brandon like he did last time. We remember, how many of you were here when we reacted to Rich doing his drill sergeant rant about Brandon being excessively fucking unsafe when he was doing some sketchy ass shit. And he was walking with a line only this long. Rich? God, what's the call sign for Rich? Oh God, what's the call sign for Rich? I don't know it. I can call Nick. I don't know how to call Rich. Fuck. Buffalo Schools. Did that get him? Did that get Rich? Fuck! Right when we need him, he's not here! Thank you, Gramps.
You know, people ask me what I do for a living, and that question is getting continuously harder and harder to answer. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Hurts.
Well, that's not
Thank
too
God.
bad.
Thank God it worked okay. Although, am I crazy or did I see Flex? Hang on. Did I see... look at that Flex. Are you seeing that? The whole gun bent when it shot. The whole fucking platform bent and wiggled from shooting one round, and a downloaded round at that. Not just the sight. The receiver is wiggling. The sight is wiggling. And the buttstock is... The whole fucking thing is wiggle. Wiggle. The whole goddamn thing is wiggling.
Oh, so our gun is still intact. Oh, hey, and it actually ejected. I kind of had money that it wouldn't.
Ugh.
Means the casing didn't expand too much and our chamber is not so ghetto that, you know, it got stuck. In colloquial terms, great success.
You're doing it right.
Okay, it just sucks. Got it. Adapt, improvise, come. Improvise, adapt, get stuck on the blanket. There you go.
Okay.
No crazy swelling.
No, it looks fine.
Now comes the part of the video where I have to fire this myself. So since this is still sketch as fuck, for the first round, just to feel it out and to make sure, just in case we got lucky the first time, I'm gonna do the patented Kyber Pass test fire method, and I'm not fucking around. Well, I'm fucking around on patented. I don't know if they have those yet. They grab the gun with their left hand, because don't want to lose your right hand, and just kind of hold it out and pull the trigger. Kind of more up like that, I'm sure. So that the right hand is back here, away from the breech, just in case something goes wrong, and the back of the gun's not pointed directly at your face, which can have negative repercussions.
Hey,
Yes.
you're in debt. Now, the sad part about that joke is that statistically speaking, 3/4 of American households are actually in some
That made
form
me
of
fucking
debt.
jump.
And with the current system,
Brandon,
it's not hard
why
to
did you do
imagine
that to
why.
me? That made me
Millions
jump.
of Americans are experiencing some form of debt, and fees and calls can pile up monthly unless you fight back. PDS Debt has already helped hundreds of thousands cut their debt and put their money right where it belongs, back in their pocket, not the banks. Whether it's personal loans, credit cards, or medical debt, PDS Debt has solutions that are custom for you to get yourself out of debt.
Is today the 5-year anniversary? Really? Wait, today is the 5-year anniversary of Scott's accident? Really? No kidding. Oh, wow, I had no idea. Oh, wow. Huh. Well, I'm not going to watch Scott's video because I want to save it for tomorrow because, yes, I am streaming tomorrow. But, wow. Okay, so we're gonna be watching a Scott video 1 day delayed on the anniversary of his accident.
And there's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you save money and pay off your debt faster. And they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have thousands of 5-star reviews. Why? Well, as I said, they've helped hundreds of thousands of people pay off their debt faster. So don't wait another month. Start taking back control within 30 seconds. Start taking back control by getting your free debt assessment at pdsdebt.com/bh. That's pdsdebt.com/bh. pdsdebt.com/bh. And once again, we'd like to thank our channel sponsor, Sonoran Desert Institute, over at sdi.edu. If you've ever wanted to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology and didn't know where to look, I'd check out the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. So that way you don't end up doing shit like that. I mean, just fucking look at it. Only you can prevent cursed images.
What's funny is that now that I'm the nominee for my congressional seat, I should probably stop taking unnecessary risks like this, things that could potentially kill me, because I'm pretty sure if that happens, the Democrat wins by default. I mean, this won't kill me. You can still do the job if you're, like, slightly maimed. Why are they all the way back there, man?
Because they're smart.
Thanks, Jake. Thank you.
Jake's there.
All right.
Always good to have a
Actually,
lawyer
you
on
know what?
hand.
Take off my fucking Breitling first. Can lose a hand. I like the watch. Sketchy Packy test fire in 3, 2, 1.
Huh.
Hot. Not bad.
It worked.
Yeah, maybe this thing's growing on me. Not really, but I got a little bit more confidence now.
Hey.
So now we're gonna shoulder fire it with this wonderful hard buttstock and a very
got a
ergonomic
nut sticking
bolt
out of it.
sticking right where it goes in your shoulder. What could go wrong? I say as I put this thing next to my face.
Uh-huh.
Not too bad. Let's do another.
God, that nut going right into the shoulder must suck.
That
Although
bolt
it doesn't seem to
really
kick.
doesn't feel very nice.
Okay, so it does kick.
But oh no.
It does kick enough
Not
to hurt.
I mean, it's horrible. I mean, the recoil's not horrible. And it didn't explode, which frankly is better
Houston
odds
likes
than
the
I
shoulder
gave it
nut.
going
Yeah.
in. Behold, a shitpost. All right, look, I know we've done some ratchet shit in the history of this channel, but this is probably the most cursed gun we've ever fired. God, imagine just carrying this into the ghetto. You know, Khyber Pass is kind of
Honestly, if you carried that into the ghetto, I think you did a lot of respect. I think a man that walks into the ghetto with that thing either in his hand or on his shoulder, I think would legit get a lot of respect. Like, they might give him some shit at first, and then the guy holding it, knowing it shoots through, could just look at him and go, "You want to see how well it shoots, son?" I legit think he might get a lot of respect in the ghetto. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm out of my gourd, but I think he just might.
Notorious for a bunch of improvised and frankly thrown together weapons. This one takes the cake. Not only did this start life as a Khyber Pass Martini Henry, it actually got somehow fucking worse throughout its lifetime. The Martini Henry, a very influential rifle throughout world history, mostly because of British imperialism.
At 100 yards, volley fire, present!
Turns out Alfred had some lore before he worked for Bruce Wayne. But it also had a lasting impact on the Middle East. You saw a lot of, Pakistani reproductions of the Martini Henry, which is where this, well, Mama said you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. This technically legal firearm first got born, which is why, and I gotta bring you over for this, some of the markings make absolutely no fucking sense. For example, this is fucking gibberish, and as far as the date stamped, it's a 19, so 19, and then an upside down 2, upside down 3, with an upside down 2 right above this crown. So, I mean, they got the spirit, I guess. But that's where this Martini Henry started life. Where it ended up was in the United States, where somehow we did something worse to it. Some gunsmith, and I use that term.
No, they said it said it was a bush now.
Looser than the Rolling Stones definition of neo-Nazi. Still haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna fucking sue you, by the way. I don't think the word apparent means what you think it means, but it's doing more heavy lifting than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So from what I was told by the guy who sold it to me is that a lot of the stuff was done by a gunsmith in the United States. And we're gonna go through some of what was done, but they finished the job. And to what degree they did that, I don't know, and I don't know if I want to know. But before we go too far, I think we just need to read the original Gunbroker listing because it is just, it's a work of art. One of a kind, Holy Grail Khyber Pass Martini Henry M16 clone, 303 British. For sale as a one of a kind, Holy Grail, absolute stone mint. Important and rare, limited edition Martini Henry, rebarreled to 303 British, dressed up to look like an M16. This sick puppy is perfectly legal in all 50 states, but looks terrifying. Surely them liberals' heads will be spinning.
Lizard.
Wizard, leave Brandon alone. He's holding the nightmare gun. Leave him be.
Once they find out this scary-looking rifle is just an antique. The buttstock is a modified early M16 stock that has a large bolt head sticking out of it. One shot of 303 and it'll surely be a good massage to your shoulder. This old hoss has an M16A2 handguard installed and an A2 2 front sight post welded onto the barrel. An A3 carry handle has been added to make this thing.
It's got the A2 handguards, and we even welded the front sight post on too. Dear God!
Added to make this thing look more clone correct. Comes with a cheap Bushnell scope mounted to the carry handle. This portion is an antique. We'll ship direct to your door. Please do not try to shoot this. Who knows this history of this thing and how poorly it was built? Spacebar, spacebar, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Judging by the spelling and punctuation, whoever wrote that description was probably about as drunk as the guy who made this. So we're gonna do the classic echelon penetration test. I really just wanna see how much power we're putting out of this thing. I mean, these are pretty downloaded. It's black powder, so it's gonna be a little softer shooting anyway, but it's gonna give us a nice big white puff of smoke. Let's see the damage it does on an echelon can. Actually, 2 echelon cans. Just because, frankly, I'm curious. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and load this thing up. And since I think this scope is nowhere fucking in the ballpark of accurate, I'm just gonna kind of wing this looking down the barrel. So, echelon penetration test in 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll give it to you.
Impressive.
That was a lot more power than I was expecting. It was so soft recoiling, I thought it might be a little too underloaded, but the
That was
echelon
impressive.
disagrees.
Fucking obliterated them.
Now
And
let's
knocked
talk
over the
about some
camera.
of the quality craftsmanship that went into this, well, antique. God, this gun is sadder than Ellen DeGeneres finding out Jeffrey Epstein got incarcerated. This whole gun's just bizarre. It's like just a giant Rorschach test. If I look closely enough at the welds, I think I can see my parents fighting. So I'm gonna roll over your way so I can just show just in detail just how bad some of these welds are. I mean, just tack welded right on. And now you would think with this being welded directly to the barrel that would be fairly secure, albeit a bit ghetto. I mean,
Clark,
no.
fucking
Things get more
hell.
fucking wobble than a 20-year high school reunion. But don't worry, this is just the handguard. This is just where you grip the rifle. It doesn't have any effect on accuracy. It's not like the scope is attached to the...
Yeah.
Oh. Again, one of my favorite parts is the just in ghetto rigging this stock, you know, with this giant lug nut ass bolt on the back. They just cut away part of this original
Oh
M16
my
stock
god.
to be able to fit this in, which, I mean, that's one way to do it. No clue
It
as
works.
well what the fuck was on
Floating
the end
barrel
of this.
design.
Probably an original like front sight post, but that has been completely ground away. Not in a pretty way either. Something tells me whoever did this did not have access to a lathe. Instead, probably a Dremel
grinded
and
it out.
copious amounts of methamphetamine. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the front sight post here. So on a normal M16, this would be a front sight post gas block combo. My favorite part is that this A2 front sight is completely too big for the barrel. So there's actually a massive gap. If we could just safely take a look at the front end here. I mean, obviously, you know, weapon is clear because God knows I would never load this thing in polite company. This isn't even remotely close to the right diameter. I mean, this should be a borderline press fit.
You could send an oil tanker through that gap. And you can see the gap on the handguard too. The gap on the front sight post and the handguard. Look at this. Oh my god. Like, literally, what do you guys made the joke that it's a floating barrel, and you're not wrong. It's a floating fucking barrel for reals.
And there's just a massive gap here. So they just used big ass globs, just tack welded this shit in place. Which again,
Oh my
bang
god.
up fucking job. Also, I just love how it's not even remotely symmetrical. Like if you look on this side of it, that's the gap you're working with between the front sight post and the barrel, as opposed to this side. Neat part about the Martini Henry is it might be one of the first ever firearms to have a cocking indicator. So when you pull the trigger, obviously the rifle is clear. Then when you cock it, it shows that the rifle is cocked.
Interesting.
One of the weird parts about this one in particular that I have noticed is that, see, that's nice and rigid. As soon as you fire it and it is no longer cocked, that pin immediately just wants to move the fuck out of the gun. Now you're in. Now you ain't. Just
Oh
notice
my
one of the
God.
slip screws wasn't tight. It's a shame. You wouldn't want to throw off the accuracy. All right, now just because I'm morbidly curious, I mean, this is like a fucking poster child for height over bore, and somehow I don't feel like this is very accurate. But we're gonna give it a shot anyway. So we're gonna be shooting down at that gong. What would you say that is from here, Jake? Like 30 yards? 35 yards, playing it fast and loose with a high-powered rifle. I'm gonna be using the scope to, I'm gonna try to use this scope to aim directly down at that gong on the left. and I'm really curious to see where the bullet actually goes. If it hits this gong, I'm gonna shit my pants. So aiming center of the gong. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Hold on, I just want to point out that the scope is wobbling a shitload. That's not me not being able to hold the gun straight. It's literally wobbling all over the fucking place with the light movement of the gun. Fuck it, we ball. 3, 2, 1.
Am I crazy or was that not far off? Hold up. Am I nuts or was that not terribly far off? Hang on. Let me see if I can see an impact. It looks like it might have hit like slightly high. I don't even know about to the left, honestly. Maybe a little bit left, like maybe around here, perhaps. It wasn't that far off. At least it didn't appear to be that far off.
Was that like top of the, it was low? Oh, wow. Huh.
Oh, it was
Let's
low.
put one more round on it, we'll see. Low left? Yeah, well, you know what? At 35 yards, if I was aiming center mass, that still would have, been the guy's left leg. So, not completely useless. Like, I just want to show what I'm talking about here. Look right here.
Dear God.
Like every part of this.
Holy shit.
On top of being on this absolute diving board.
Yup.
Like every part. The handguard fucking moves. There's like 18 different axes in which this is just inaccurate.
I did not hit the gong.
I was gonna be very impressed if you did.
I think I hit dirt. That is a really long trigger pull.
Yeah, it's kind of dog shit.
Yeah.
So to wrap this all up nice and tight with a bow, this is not only a cursed weapon, but probably one of the biggest pieces of dog shit I've ever had the misfortune of showing off on the channel. Whoever did this is bad, and they should feel bad, and may God have mercy on your eternal soul. 3 out of 10. Yeah, just as a reminder, this was from the series Cursed Gun Images, which we're probably going to bring back. What would you guys think about a new Cursed Gun Images video? There have been a few things that have come across my desk that I think are worthy of a Cursed Gun Images video, but I'm going to need more content. So if you guys have seen any Cursed Gun Images throughout the internet, I hate what I'm about to say, please send them in. I would tell you to use the subreddit because that's what I actually check. However, I know a bunch of you are just going to use email, my DMs, smoke signal. Doesn't matter where I tell you to send them. It's just
Tinder,
gonna flood down
Grindr.
my fucking fireplace like Harry Potter letters.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Cursed Martini Henry. You know what? You asked for this, so technically, this is on you. This is your fault.
Yes.
Already shifting blame, just like a
And they
politician.
love it.
Fuck. Anyhow, we've actually had this thing laying around for a while. Been meaning to do this video for a minute. Now we're getting a little bit of a chance. Things have calmed down a little bit. Figured it would be nice to take a bit of a return to the basics. The basics of the channel. There's nothing basic about this. Is absurd. Anyhow, if there's anything you guys would like to see coming up, I've actually added a lot of cool stuff to my collection that I haven't showed off yet, including some really cool historical stuff. Bet the media is gonna have a fucking heyday with that. Anyway, I appreciate you guys staying all the way through to the end of the video. And as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next one. Bye. Can we throw this thing away now? This whole gun's just a bit of a Rorschach test. If I look closely enough at the welds.
Okay. Alrighty then. Holy crap, that was funny. That was funny. Oh my. Well, chat, how many of that is, how many of are you are going to be seeing that in your nightmares tonight?